it takes some time as the Brosnia wants to give him some money.
Money. But
I will angrily accept.
I would probably first move very close to Azurius and hope he does something.
I will like to tap you on the back with Jonas. Should I just expend a full healing on him as much as I can do?
Yeah, just heal him. We're not gonna hopefully not fight too much tonight after this.
Okay, level 5 slot it is.
Cash can give him a.
That's very low for 5d8.
It is.
At least Cash will give you a cure moderate wounds. Do you want that?
I should be fine now. But yeah, Kyron will certainly accept the reward, which he clearly deserves after
1,500 gold pieces.
1,500? That's not as much as I hoped.
Better than we both got before.
Better than 1,400, I guess.
Yeah. Now I'm afraid of next time. But at least I'll have my good weapon then.
Next time, naked and bound in chains.
Kyron will fight only with his feet.
Also,
bring you
could do it,
a lacerated cave dragon.
Yep.
We've tortured him for ages.
He's
We
pissed.
crushed his children over him.
Anyway.
He wants revenge.
Well, at least Marcus will have his armor on.
The Demi-Lich with a gaze attack.
Exactly. We have the Dread Medusa.
The Necklace Lang Spider.
Just kind of hops along on his torso.
Hoppers.
Just like...
Magic.
Oh, that's true.
10 hounds of Tindalos.
Oh god, no.
Audience, look away.
Exactly.
The entire audience just dies.
Yes, it's just... Only we survive, like looking around, well.
I imagine that ripping gaze is like you take like a hand fistful of their flesh and then just sort of twist it.
Yeah.
And their whole body sort of twists with it.
Just turn inside out.
Ripped, sort of, in the spiral. Yeah.
Well, after this fight and after getting patched up by Azurius, Kyron would probably stick around a bit in the Golden Palace, so have some fun, talk to people. I mean, he must be pretty famous by now. I mean, the last 2 weeks.
I will say Azurius will literally smash you into a bench.
Some people know that he's fairly rich now, having won 2 of these things, and are quite impressed by him. Gets a lot of attention, a lot of toasts, and a lot of people who offer him to be his agent and such.
No, Kyron will certainly decline.
Also, a lot of women.
Yep, Kyron would
interested in him and think that he's just wonderful.
Let's just leave that open to interpretation or imagination, rather.
That he says yes to them, or that he says no to all of them.
That
you can imagine, right?
Oh, okay. That's for later then.
Well, we all know what this looks like, clearly. It looks like this.
What?
Are you not entertained?
Oh, yes.
Sheep, is 7 enough? Is 7 enough healing for con damage?
Yes. I did get exactly 7 con damage.
Okay, so I rolled a will.
That con damage was quite scary, just saying. I rolled like a 2, a 3, and a 6 in my first couple of rolls. And then
is dangerous.
Yeah, then it just went downhill from there.
If you hadn't succeeded those 2 in a row, then things go bad.
Yeah.
So yes, go ahead now. Apply your healing and stuff, Kyron.
Kyron has also brought some very, very spicy wine because people think he's the only one who can take it.
Oh, Kyron can take it.
Yeah, and he gets horribly drunk.
Oh yes.
All right, Kyron is now horribly drunk.
As he should be.
So drunk that in combat you'll count as being confused.
Does Kyron kill random people?
If he's very, very drunk, perhaps. If someone engages him in battle.
Maybe Kyron shouldn't get so drunk.
Kyron is super drunk now.
Barely drunk enough that he can still decide not to kill people.
Probably doesn't kill people here because no one's going to fight him. But if someone did attack him...
then they had it coming, really.
Yeah. I mean, he has a lot of respect. Right now.
I don't imagine many people will actually pick a fight with Karen after what they've seen down
Oh,
there.
no. Who wants to fight the dragon?
Yes.
Anyway, Kyron,
Still
that's all your
right.
healing.
Okay, 52 and 16.
Some people begin to talk about a battle between the young knight and the arena champion and the silver dragon.
Right, clear up the blood.
The death to see who would win.
Yes.
So, would I have to have Breath of Life prepared twice?
Yes, in case we kill each other at the same time.
You'd like
Like, what happens
simultaneous
is
damage.
Kyron charges, hits him, he had a ready attack, his strike kills you, but your strike heals him.
Is out.
And he's been fully healed, though he's expended like half my level 2 spell slots.
And you know, probably he doesn't stay to feast and enjoy the sweets of his victory.
No, he would definitely stay. At least
All right, so he doesn't
sometime.
go to any midnight meeting.
Well, are we going to
This
visit
is not
the vampire?
early night stuff anyway.
Yeah. I don't think tonight is the night we visit the vampire. We would have supposed.
Well, the
Yes.
thing is, the festival that's currently in the city is apparently the festival in honor of the disappeared princess. If we present the ring and the corpse during the sort of later days of the festival, that will have an even more powerful impact on the Baron. Sort of, again, make it easy for us to sell the story, most likely. So we can't wait, really, too long now.
How long do we have until the festival's over?
A few days. Well, tomorrow is the last real day.
That's
Like,
not a
if you can get it
But-
done tomorrow,
Yeah,
That'd be
tomorrow
fine.
is fine, but tonight Kyron is busy.
But, yeah, well, we can meet the vampire around, Karen, surely.
Sure.
Well, if you just talk to him, sure, but you know,
If he does anything funny, I can teleport us away.
Just everyone make sure you're holding hands.
Stay
We're
close.
always holding
then
hands.
go meet your vampire.
Kyron's out partying.
Whoa!
Cash will bring Chloe.
Karen is running around shirtless, screaming.
Party.
Probably. I mean, if someone asks him to wrestle, you know, to lay arms, he will break the table. I mean,
Yeah. Ladies fawn over
Yeah.
his rippling muscles.
yeah. He's like a Tyrannosaurus mixed with an oxen.
Wait a sec.
Uh,
Kyron?
I mean, like,
Timian is there too.
yeah, we will leave Timian and
He's,
I'm
Karen.
wrestling.
He knows Kyron, you know. And people who are too intimidated to talk to Kyron will talk to Timian about Kyron.
What
Yeah,
about
let's
Well-
arm wrestle with Timian. Oh,
Oh, you break Timian in half. Oh,
Timian
No,
does not have an
I mean,
arm
Timmy
anymore.
got 17, so it's not actually that bad.
it's not bad. It's a very good roll for Timian.
Can
Yeah.
what about Helvius? Can he beat him?
It's not his kind of thing, remember, so.
Oh, what the hell?
Timian beat you!
Yeah, you even
I rolled a
Timian.
4.
Hey, Medica, could you do a strength check with the
Drunk.
Helvius?
Alright, let's try.
I can
Let's
do
try
one if you want.
again here. That's a bit better.
If you want one with Halthus, there you go. I also did roll Timian again by accident.
Yay, Helvius!
I could beat Helfus and Timian.
I can
at
beat
once.
Althus still.
It's depending on the rules. Usually, you just take 10 if it's arm wrestling.
Yeah, in
You're
that
not in a
case,
hurry,
Kyron
and you're
will
just
break the
doing
tape.
your best. So
Kyron will break the
Kyron
tape.
would break everyone, pretty much.
Hey!
And they really do like, oh, so how many people? Like, if you bind a rope around Kyron's fist, and then we all sort of put our weight in it to try to pull it down,
Yeah.
how many men does it take?
How many men does it take?
Take that!
Well,
That's also
if it's take 10, would the 10s add up? Then it would either be
no,
2 people
only the
or
10. Only the 10 would be there, and their strength would add up.
Yeah, so
Cat
10
just-
plus the strength modifiers.
so if the average
Marcus.
person has a strength modifier of +0, then
Yeah,
it would be
so-
an infinite
Well,
amount
only
of
the
people.
strong people try.
Oh,
So it's
Malachi?
like 4 people or something.
Malachi, would Zacharias give us a penalty then if you tried?
Cash just beat all of you except the one check that Kyron did.
With
You have more strength than me.
Cash is strong and she has technique.
I think maybe she could beat Kyron. She did beat him once.
Just want to know, you did roll a natural 20.
Still, she is strong.
The rest of you leave the party early,
Yes.
Yeah.
taking the money with you.
Zerus is kind of tired now. He just spent like most of his level 2 spell slots on Chiron.
Let's hold hands. Come.
So you
Sakurai
leave
will-
the party in the red water.
Anyway, I think I don't know why. I feel there's a certain light vulnerable person we need to see. Let's go.
This is gonna be interesting.
We're on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure.
Timian is still here.
Wait, no. Zacharias, you're supposed to be in the middle. You need to be able to touch everyone to cast teleport.
And Marcus should come too.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the important rule is you must be in the center always.
Yeah.
Until we get something like Word of Recall, which is chained.
Yep.
Wait, could that point, could we chain with Chloe then?
What?
What basically there's a spell I can get called Word of Recall, which lets me teleport anyone touching. Basically, if I touched Zacharias and Zacharias touched Marcus and Marcus touched you, then that would still teleport all of us. But could we add Chloe on the chain and just have her like linked to someone?
Is it important to know right now?
No, probably not.
You walk through the city of Gaston Hall. You know, in most of it, nothing much is happening this late at night. So as you go to the lord's quarter, there's either sort of a few guards walking about, you know, keeping the city's lights on, making sure that you can see. You know, they sort of bow and nod to you when you pass.
Yeah.
Continue on their way. You get to the old sort of old Barkin cemetery. There's the griffin on the sort of old painted wall, and there's the iron gate, currently closed. And there seem to be a lot of sort of old graves and sort of mausoleums. Quite a few of them, in fact.
Alright. Are the gates locked?
They appear not really to be locked. There's no lock on them.
Oh.
Couldn't really.
Very well. Zacharias
just-
will push open the gates and enter the graveyard.
Seems to
We'll
be
follow.
well maintained, as it doesn't really creak when you sit open. It just slides open, and you can go into the graveyard. It is dark and very quiet here. There's a lot of just mausoleums, grey and cold, with different family names on them and crests and such.
Alright. Zacharias will start to, move among the graves. Looking about, see if he can see anything or hear any movement. Like, if there's a headquarters here somewhere, he would imagine it would be inside one of the mausoleums or something like that. He will basically keep his eyes peeled here, see if he can spot anything. He doesn't really want to shout right now. At least he doesn't want to draw attention, but well, the wrong kind of attention, like guards. But he will definitely look around, see if he can see anything.
You don't need help.
We can't beat it. We can aid.
Oh, we can
Us two.
aid. We're gonna aid then.
All we can do it is aid. He just locked us out. Like my highest is 28.
Zacharias walks and he looks about. It doesn't really seem like any of the mausoleums, looking at it, have been open recently. He does find one that is the Vestromo mausoleum. He also finds the Barkin mausoleum. A few other families seem to have been here. Is there anything special he's looking for?
I mean, he's looking around to see if there is any movement, or he, like if he can see anything moving around in the graveyard. Apart from that, he will then look at the different mausoleums, see what kind of names they have.
There are the largest one is the Barkins himself.
Yeah.
And a smaller one is one of the is the Vestromo.
Oh.
I'm sort of laying next to it.
Oh
A
well.
little smaller, but it is also emblazoned with the griffin.
Alright. Zacharias will then approach the Vestromo mausoleum.
Sure. Yeah, sort of the stone door. This year.
Zacharias will stand before the stone door and in a clear voice, but he doesn't want to shout, but a clear voice shouldn't carry outside the graveyard. He will say, "We come in search of Prince Gaius Vestromo. We have a offer to make, something that would benefit all involved. We stand here before you and await your answer."
You stand there. Cold wind sort of blows through the cemetery, and you hear someone what sounds like knocking from the other side of the stone door.
Alright.
3 knocks, and then nothing.
Alright. Zacharias will knock 3 times as well. And wait.
Alright. It seems that after waiting a little while, that nothing more immediately happens. Or he's sure he heard the knocks.
Alright. Is the if he pushes against the door, does it open?
It seems to move, yes, although it is a little too heavy for him.
Zacharias will take a step back and throw a glance at Marcus. Or
Oh.
Cash.
Push
What?
it if my thing would not be frozen.
We can assume you can push it. You have +5 to your strength.
Cash can help.
Together you can push it open. It sort of leaves a little way in and then sort of some stairs down with different rooms. Yet you see what is behind the door appears to be a swarm of rats. Sort of scurry away from you down the stairs.
Zacharias nods. Motions to the others to follow him as he descends down the stairs.
I guess we all follow.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
As you walk further following the swarm, they scurry away in front of what is a sort of slightly half-open door, out of which a sort of soft, damp light shines.
Alright. We approach the door. So the approaching door, Zacharias will cast Mage Hand to push it open dramatically as they as they enter.
Enter the room, and you see that it is sort of very full of what seems to be mingling smoke. As you enter, the room grows cold, and several figures materialize.
Oh yes. Isn't this grand?
One of them in the middle, looking at you, smiling as he shows his long sort of fangs in his mouth. He seems amused.
Zacharias looks around, takes in the room for a second, and then he will, step up so he can see the man clearly. Since Cash seems to be standing in the way.
There are
Cash is just
there are a few
protecting you.
torches placed on the walls.
Cash is just standing.
They're
to protect
placed around the door, However, none of the people in here seem to cast a shadow.
Interesting. Zacharias will make a formal bow to the man in the middle, who he would guess is the good prince. And he will look around and say, "We are the Whispering Lords." He bows again. "May I presume that we stand in the presence of Prince Gaius Vestromo?"
The man sort of nods and says, "I see that my reputation goes before me." It's a very soft voice and speak in a noble manner. A bit old in sort of accent, such as if someone today would speak like he did in the 18th century.
Right. Zacharias nods. "Yes, it does, my good prince. We have... I will not bore you with a long-winded tale, but rather get down to business, if you would allow." He smiles. "Me and my companions, you see here, we are in your fair city on a special type of errand. Something that we think you, my prince, would benefit or perhaps even be intrigued to partake in, which is why we come before you."
Sort of looks at all of you. "Then come closer. Don't be afraid to mingle." Smiling, as you see the sort of they're dressed. The other men are dressed in sort of blackish robes, and out from under their hoods you see peering red eyes, sort of glimmering in the light.
Zacharias smiles and moves bravely closer to him.
Cash stays by his
"Introduce
side.
yourselves, you who seek me yet do not follow Mithra."
Zacharias smiles. "My name is Zacharias Wraith. I am a wizard of considerable power, and these are my companions." He sort of motions to whoever is closest to continue the presentation.
Well, Cash stayed very close to Zacharias next to him, and being a little afraid. She looks at the prince and says, "I am Cash. I'm an alchemist," and she will remove her disguise to ensure respect. So she will turn drow. And motion to the next one who wants to talk.
I am Azurius Ravenheart. I am a... well, what people would call me varies, but... a priest, a prophet, whatever you wish to call me. Giving a bow.
And I am Marcus Thornblade, formerly Marcus Whitelake, Paladin of Mithras, now worshipper of Asmodeus.
Zacharias nods. "As you can see, my prince, we are an eclectic band of people here, as you so astutely noted, not because we worship Mithra, but because we want to do great harm to the church." He smiles. "I am somewhat familiar with the story of this fair city, how it was invaded and trampled upon by the victor. Smashed to pieces, and then the victor had the audacity to erect monuments to his own edification and grandeur, not at all respecting the fair city we now stand in. The Mithran Church and the Inquisition even made this one of their headquarters." Zacharias smiles. "This is something that is a great affront to anyone." He smiles again. "And I think especially to you, Prince." You then ask, of course, the following question is, of course, what are we doing here? Well, you see, the veil is what interests us. We plan, and I will speak clearly on this matter, my prince, we plan to hit the Vale with a ferocious tide of magic and monsters, to invade it, to besiege it, and ultimately to burn it to a cinder, crippling the Mithran Church. We plan to destroy the saints. We plan to break Sanct Angelo on the black sword of Sir Marcus Thornblade. We have already killed many angels. We plan to add him to the collection. And this is why we come before you, my prince, with an offer. If you would like to see this great deed done, and the Mithran Church dealt a blow so severe they would not recover in, well, perhaps centuries, then aiding us in this endeavor would be a beneficial thing for all involved. He smiles. We have a small core of an army and seek to build upon it. Perhaps you've heard rumors of bugbears to the north. These creatures are under our control, and we plan to use them to storm the Vale.
He holds up a hand, and the different others who have slowly been moving around you and maneuvering themselves to be encircling you, sort of looking hungrily at you.
Cass would spread her
Stop
wings
for a moment.
Cass would spread her wings to seem bigger, so then to make it more threatening.
It's like Rice is not showing any emotion in this. He is like cold, stone cold, looking at these vampires, clearly exuding like a sense of aura that he is not to be intimidated by these creatures.
Sure.
Marcus just don't give a fuck.
Azurius knows if anything happens, he can cure that wound to mass the room.
Raises his hand. There's stuff there. You said you wish to invade the Vale. So,
Grace nods. Correct.
And what makes you think you can succeed?
Zachariah smiles. This is not the first time we have invaded and broken fortified positions by the Mithrans, my lord. I dare say we are quite specialized in it. The army that we are building, as I said, it contains currently a core of vicious bugbears, and we seek to expand upon this. We have our own people adding to this. Sir Marcus has his order of knights. Lady Cash, her organization of spies and assassins. Myself, I control a order of spellcasters hidden from the Mithran Church, and my good companion Azurius has a cult dedicated to the ever-burning fire. This is a powerful core. Also, apart from this, we have spent time investigating the valley. I have powerful magics of scrying, which I continuously use to spy on the valley, investigating the defenses, investigating the different protections they have in that place. Zacharias nods. We are aware of the phoenix that seems to guard the Vale, my lord. He bows again. Did I mention that we have a Oracle of Fire with us? The Phoenix's flames would not be able to scorch our party if we were to do battle with it. I myself possess powerful magics enough to weaken it considerably. And he motions towards Cash and Marcus. These two are very experienced beast slayers. The Phoenix would not be a problem. When it comes to the normal soldiers, Zacharias shrugs. They are perhaps in a fortified position, but carefully applied force can easily flush people out. I also know that there is a forest in the Vale. Small precision strikes from the forest by elite troops will, he sort of motions a hand, disorganize, dishearten, demoralize break and bloody the defenders until they are rushing all about, paranoid, afraid that any time they sleep, something dark and hideous will emerge from the forest, like this,
Sound.
like that sound from a mobile phone laying close to a microphone. Where was I? Completely lost my train of thought.
Precision strikes.
Yes, precision strikes, yes.
And stuff.
Drawing their attention away from the walls to the forest. Sakurai shrugs. Then it is a matter of storming. Assault, quick and bloody. We plan to lay siege when winter hits. The Vale will be isolated, no one goes up there. We block the way in and out, no one comes out, no one comes in. The Vale will be their undoing, they cannot retreat. They have nowhere to run. The only way out is where our army will be located. And that way is certain doom.
Looks at. She says, that will not work.
Zacharias quirks an eyebrow.
The Vale, as I have looked into it, is not defended by those alive. Its greatest reinforcements will come from itself. The longer time they have, the more difficult you will find invading it. Do you not think you can gather forces enough to storm the thing before anyone notices you are there?
Zacharias considers. The original plan is to take the gates inside the Vale and besiege it, as I said. The inner defenses will be pierced with great speed and ferocity. If it is as you say, my lord, that the Vale reinforces itself, I would assume they can call upon angels or likewise. Sort of let the question hang.
He just sort of flicks a wrist. To that endeavor, however, it sounds noble enough of a doing. To invade the Vale and to break in through. Yes, it would do a lot of damage to the church. He smiles. And they have taken something of mine that I would like back. Tell me, however, why do you seek to destroy them?
Zacharias smiles, sort of. Not curls up. The sleeve. What do you do with the sleeve? You pull it up.
You roll it up.
Roll it up. Yes, there.